Hello and welcome to my channel. Why am I down this way? Well, you see, I need you to be able to see the desk. I don't want to keep moving the camera up and down, but this is the only way you're going to see it. And what do I have for you today? Loads. What have I been up to? Loads. So shall we run through some? I'll just see you at the end. Right, first on the agenda, a bit of slow stitching. Rather liked this. Made a purse out of it. Excuse me. Handmade by Linda. Even inside, I put another pocket, which had another piece of slow stitching on it. It's quite deep, quite a big pocket, actually. I don't know what I'd put in there, but it was good. I put a button on the front. As I say, lined it once I'd done all my crazy quilting, and then slow stitched it. In the main, it's just like up and down, up and down, up and down. There was an occasion where I did a couple of stars on there. There you have it. So that was jobby one that I'd done. What else have I been up to? Well, this little collection, I went a bit crazy on pin cushions. There's one material one. The old slow stitch with the stitches in, pins in, bit of felt on the bottom and fluff, bit of lace round. So that was number one. But then, because I'm a crocheter at heart, I just love wool and playing with wool, I thought I'm going to make crocheted pin cushions. We made a cup with some flowers on it, and the pins are in it, and there was some stitching to sort of suggest it was, I don't know, hot chocolate or something. It's got a handle. So that was number one. Number two, I went a bit daft. It's like a Christmas tree ornament, this one, isn't it? It's got all sorts on it. Flat bottom-ish, bit of lace round. And it's got all little bits on. It's still got some, like, embroidering, but instead of embroidering with cotton, I'm embroidering with wool. So it's the same sort of stitches as like a rose one and French knot ones. Another rose, I like those. That French knot's a bit sticking out, isn't it? But then I put bows on it and I put flowers on it. I went to town a bit. Hubby says, why can't we have it on the Christmas tree? I said, well, it's not exactly a Christmas bauble, but it does give you ideas, doesn't it, to make a bauble. Easy to do. You're only starting off, increasing your stitches and bringing it down. And you can either make a separate bottom and sew it on, or you can just decrease your stitches once you get to as tall as you want. So that was that one. What else did we have? This one. This was a thread. Sewing cotton thread, what's it? Spool. Goodness me, I'll get her in here one time. So this was a spool. So I made the top. It's just a circle. Then I actually picked up and came down in like a tube, which is where because this is not all wool, there is stuffing inside. And then I made a bottom and sewed that one on, once I'd stuffed it, obviously. And it's got a bit of wool just hanging off. And it's got the pins in the top. So that was I like that one. I quite like that one. I suppose because it's to do with sewing more than the other pretties. Anyway, what was next? Well, it was a slightly big cupcake. Yes. So I would have started at the cherry, done a small bit, changed colour, opened it out to do the white for the topping. Then I did, it's like a shell stitch, but it's sort of four doubles in one to make sort of the icing bit. Looks like then I picked up underneath on the white and came down in the brown for like the case and went smaller and smaller and smaller, obviously filling it before I actually finished it off. But that's rather a huge cupcake, isn't it? And the last one of these little ones was a lady's hat with its ruffle, with its changing, like the ribbons that they put round. This was crocheted, it's just a chain and then you chain it back and then you tie it up. See this? Now this one's made in two parts. This one I'd started at the top, worked my way down and finished off at the pink. Then I made another circle but kept it sort of flat before I started doing the ruffly bits, which is like you're doing this, it's a bit like the coral work. You do one in one, two in the next, one in one, two in the next, and that's how you get your ruffles. And then after stuffing the hat bit, I sewed on, yes, the ruffle. So you get a hat. That was that bit. What else have I got for you? Colouring, yes. I've been doing some of the Johanna Basford World of Flowers. Remember we had this one through and we did an unboxing. Now we're doing some colouring. So what have I done? If you open the cover, I've done the inside. It was a harder cover on the inside. So I've done one of those. I've not done the back. That's still to do. But I've done that one. Let's have a look. So we go in. And I did this book. Hang on, just a minute. Let's just take that off because it's getting in the way. I did this book belongs to, but I also wrote a poem on it. I don't know, it just came to me. It's a bit of a self poem, but shall we read it? Let's have a look. It says, I no longer seem to fit in my skin anymore. There are wrinkles upon wrinkles that were not there before. Is it aging? Is it what I eat now? Even my shoes are looser on my feet. It's funny to watch the lines appear, and with this the aging, it gets harder to hear. My eyes have floaters all over the place, and everyone seems to be rushing at such a pace. Let me just sit alone in my beautiful home, to please myself and no one else, as I sit here and observe the places that I don't fit in my skin anymore. Bit deep. Yes. Move on, Lynn. What else have we got next? Oh, a colouring. There we go. I've coloured that one in. Well, so I did a few in them, a couple in them. That one I must have started, but got distracted, so it didn't go any further. It will come. What's the next one? It could be that one. Oh, yes, did that one. You can see I've done these in August. That's terrible, isn't it? We're now into October. And I'm just showing you what I've done in August. Another one. But I do like Johanna's ones. Oh, that's quite a pretty one. There's another poem around it. Should we read that one? Stay with me. Swim, little fishy, swim. Swim in water that you may think is dim. But for the birds and the cats, the overhanging plants keep you safe within. I just wish you could see your pond from out here. The colours that we see are so beautifully clear. So swim, little fishy, swim. I like my poetry, as you can tell. There's one more with a tab on it. Now, do you remember I said when we did the unboxing, and there was this one with a skull, and I said I don't like skulls, so I'm going to have to do something with it. I did something with it. I put a bit of magazine over it. So I should just colour this bit and be quite happy with it. Unfortunately, my brain knows that the skull's still under there, but I can't see it. So that's fine. So I've been doing a bit of that colouring. One last bit on colouring. We went to Hilliers Garden Centre at Romsey, which we like going quite often, and they had an art exhibition on. Well, as I was walking round, something caught my eye, and it was this pack. It says colouring pack. It's a fox and a camel, 2 unique designs, 18 colouring pencils. So it was $5.50 each, or 2 for £10. I didn't really want the 2. I know it's a bargain, but I didn't really want the 2 because that would mean I would have 2 lots of the same pencils. And I thought, no. But I did find it interesting because they gave you an example of the fox coloured in. And as it said, one of them is a camel, which I've still got left to do. I did have a go at the fox in those colours. And this was my outcome. I think I was having a particularly stressy day and I thought, I need something just to unwind. I know, I'll colour. If I'm not to unwind, it is either to colour or draw. And that day was to colour. And I was quite pleased with that. As I say, we've got the camel to do next. They're on quite thick card, so you could have it framed. You could frame it somewhere. It'd look nice, wouldn't it? Trouble is, I didn't draw it. Do I need to draw it to be able to colour it? No. If someone else can do something, then why not do that they've done? You don't have to draw everything, do you? You can see in the corner there's some more of my slow stitching ready for stitching. And this one. So it says stitch by stitch. I've done this because I was going to do, or I will do, perhaps, maybe, an actual booklet that has all the stitches I'm learning in it. So I got myself some felt and tried to make it into booklet type. And then I found the bit that I'd actually done my stitching on that I liked was too big for the book. So it's gone that way. Not to worry. Not to worry. Oh, there's a little one to hand stitch. There's a huge one here to do. And then I had some more fabric come in the post, as you do. So this one is ready to, it's all tacked. It was pinned and then it's tacked. And that one's ready to slow stitch as well. That'll be good. We went to IKEA the other day. And, you don't really go to IKEA to get stuff for your sewing, do you? But anyway, they had these fleece blankets. I thought, that'll make a good backing. So I got 2 of those. And then I found they had a pack of white cotton. And I got one of those as well. And I said to my friend, I said, Carolyn, it's only me that can go to IKEA and come away with material for sewing on. It adds, you put fleece on the back of there and then and it adds to the feel. It's all about texture for me. I do like textures. And I've been finding that this slow stitching is really relaxing. Perhaps my thumb doesn't like it too much. It's getting a bit hard on there. And that finger's getting a bit hard skin. Anyway, I'm going on. I'm boring you to tears with what I'm up to. But I do like to keep busy, and there's never ever just one thing on the go. Would you like to see me now? Let's come up to a full. Oh dear, that went wrong. Now we've got a full face. Yeah, so I do like my crafts, as you know. So I'm always busy, always doing something different. So I'd like you to subscribe if you would. If any of this interests you, so I should say, give us a thumbs up. You say stay. Say safe. That's not right, is it? Say no. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.